I'm going to kick it off real heavy. All right. And I do want to start off by making the disclaimer of salute and shout out to all of the solid Black women out there that understand where I'm coming from, that feel where I'm coming from, and that support where I'm coming from. As a matter of fact, I do have, some of those same Black women that I'm going to be showcasing in today's dope discussion. But I have to be real with so many of us Black women being heavily critical of Black men, always tearing Black men down while swearing up and down that this is what the Black men do to us. This is why a lot of Black men don't want to be settled down with Black women. They're not marrying Black women, and they're ultimately staying to themselves. According to a lot of us sisters, Black men can't do a damn thing right. Okay, for crying out loud, you all, Black men right now are being heavily scrutinized for simply changing up their attire. You heard me right. There is this new trend that Black men are hopping on called the quarterzip challenge. And what they are essentially doing is swapping out their urban attire for a more quote unquote professional and polished, let's say, sophisticated look. And lo and behold, we have bitter Black women that are wagging their fingers and shaming them, calling them the upholders of white supremacy. I don't know, but it really does pain me that Black men cannot experience for even one moment an ounce of Black boy joy. Crazy. And we are the same ones who don't mind switching out our hair textures, our hair colors, our eye colors, our clothes, our shoes. What? The audacity of Black men to say, you know what, I'm going to trade in my hoodie for a suit and tie. I'm going to trade in my jogging pants and my basketball shorts for slacks. How dare y'all do this? How lame of y'all, how cornball of y'all. This is what's going on today. And like I said, today's dope discussion could be a little bit sticky and tricky because I do have some sisters coming through hot and heavy too, calling y'all out and also telling y'all why a lot of Black men are done dealing with y'all. Black men cannot win for losing, and we tired of it. But let's go ahead and run one of the most viral clips of a Black woman pretty much critiquing Black men for their new aesthetic of being, let's say, more prim and polished and proper.
Maybe I'm too woke, but I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those Black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially Black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit. What is the point that you're trying to make here? It's like costume. Let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Y'all are constantly essentially dressing up as white men. That's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, associating yourself with this stereotypically white style. Hello? Do y'all not see how that's one, offensive to you as a Black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your humanness? I don't know. It's everything all the time with them. Nothing latches.
Now, I'm going to hold your straight blonde wig when I say this, sis. But you have no room to be saying anything of what you said. You're out here talking about how Black men are essentially upholding white imagery, white supremacy, and all it is, while you're sitting here in what one would probably deem to be a European white woman aesthetic. Okay? Your hair texture is not that naturally, I'm pretty sure. Your hair color that you have slapped in that wig, like, girl, what? So let me get this straight. It's okay for you to sit down in your costume of whiteness, quote unquote, but black men can't put on clothing to where you're changing your whole phenotype. Let's make that make sense. So a man cannot swap out a t-shirt for a sweater, but you can swap out kinky hair for a whole different texture and color. That to which it would be more in alignment for or of a Caucasian. But you're not upholding white supremacy and white Eurocentric beauty standards at that, girl. You can't make this up. And again, this is why a lot of black men are like, yeah, I'm done with black women. And I'm going to be real. A lot of the brothers, especially the ones on my platform, they absolutely love black women. You cannot pay them to get with another woman that is not a beautiful black woman. Okay. A lot of them actually are just staying single and being by them damn selves because they would rather do that than to deal with a lot of y'all out here, a lot of y'all sisters that just have very trash mentalities, or to hop the fence, if you know what I mean. So we do have that going on, but nevertheless, it remains consistent with how they are feeling. A lot of these black men are feeling like it is pointless to deal with black women because of how we are perceiving them, how we are constantly being heavily critical of them, putting them down, telling them that they're not doing anything productive. Oh, you're just trying to wear a costume of a productive man, but you're not putting in no work. And let's be very, very honest. From what we can see, especially in today's time, a lot of black men are flourishing. They're starting their own businesses. They are, making a bunch of money. And let's be very, very clear with this as well and say that there has been countless black women in today's society that have been very bothered by the fact that black men are not pursuing them. So let's not make it seem like black men are just not flourishing. They're not doing anything but putting on a costume of being successful and are not successful. Please. Okay. And one could also argue, and this is not me trying to go tit for tat or make black women feel less than or anything of that sort, because I am a black woman and I know it's a lot of black women out here who are doing major productive things. Okay, so let's make that abundantly clear. But one could say that there are quite a few black women out here who are on social media presenting to live a soft luxury life while being broke. So you have the costume of a soft girl, luxury life woman. But yeah, your reality is a lot of y'all are broke. A lot of y'all are struggling. A lot of y'all are getting fired and laid off. A lot of y'all are in deep, dark debt from student loans. Like, the list goes on as far as y'all's costume is concerned. And we're not even going to get into, once again, the wigs, the clothes, the nails, the eye colors. Like, please. If black men want to put on a different suit, let them do that. How is it okay for us to sit around wagging our fingers at black men for, again, switching up their styles while we are simultaneously sitting there in somebody else's complete and total genetic makeup? Like, let's be very, very clear and honest and real and stop being hypocrites. Like, this really did piss me off. Like, it's not like black men are out here on this trend of going around jumping people, going around slapping people. Like, no, they just are on a trend of looking more preppy, and y'all are mad about this? The hypocrisy of it all. And then what's just blowing me is this wig, sis. Okay. Now, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I'm looking at your head. And I know that's not your natural scalp, nor texture or color. And like I said, one will argue that your look and your aesthetic is absolutely holding up European woman beauty standard. And you have the audacity to say that black men are doing that because they're changing out their clothes. Girl. And you know what further pisses me off? What further pisses me off is the fact that if black men dressed as, let's say, quote unquote, okay, because I don't believe this. I base people off of their mentality, their characters, their ways and actions. I don't say, oh, he has a hoodie on, he's a thug, or he has a suit on, so he's a rich, sophisticated man. Like, I don't do that. But we got to be real. A lot of y'all do associate a certain aesthetic with a certain character. And most black women, I'm just being real, okay? Y'all would look at a black man that is dressed in urban attire and say, oh, okay, yeah, he's masculine. He's a real ninja. He's not no lame. He's not a cornball. He's not a square. I need to get with him. He has edge to him. Y'all would do that. And then at the same time, complain about those same guys dogging you out, black men not being productive, not presenting themselves, quote unquote, well. Like, and then making videos like this, like, girl, make up y'all's minds. Ladies, this is why they done with us. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Do y'all want a black man that is going to present himself like a professional or a hood dude? Which one is it? At this point, it's starting to seem like y'all just want to complain. Okay? Because the very moment that y'all are presented with a black man that is carrying himself in a light to where he's not being, let's say, overly hood or overly street or, you know, quote unquote ghetto, y'all don't want him. So please. And again, sis, like, am I stupid? Am I crazy? Sis, how are you really sitting there looking like this, talking about upholding white supremacy? You know what, y'all? Let's just run the next clips. Because, yeah, these black women really did check the black women out there that are like her talking this nonsense.
Quarterzip movement is anti-black. And just for the purpose of this video, I got on the quarterzip. Now, I'm going to tell you what's anti-black. When you go around and you unalive somebody who look just like you take the life of somebody that look just like you. All right, you go and you rob and steal and scam from people that look just like you. That's extremely anti-black. See, nothing that actually hurts the community seems to be anti-black, but anything that is part of trying to improve it always seems to be anti-black. Ain't that crazy?
There's some kind of fetish with street dudes because we mistake them as being more masculine. I really wish that women would stop putting street dudes on a pedestal. And I mean, you see how Glorilla's song, she was talking about the type of dude that she wanted, and that's cool because she's selling you an illusion. And don't get me wrong, I love that song. I like Glorilla. But she's romanticizing and sexualizing the type of guy that you keep saying that you don't want.
Black men are the most disrespected out of all the races in the world, right? Black men are the most disrespected by their woman, meaning the black woman, right? There is no other race in the world where women think that it's okay to disrespect their man the way that black women disrespect black men. And here's the crazy part about it. Let's go to the statistics. Let's go to the facts. Black women are the least likely to get married. Black men are getting married at higher rates than black women. Black men are commodities. If you go to any place around the world, most women want black men. Black men are commodities. But for whatever reason, black women don't see that. Why would a black man deal with that when he can go get a woman from another race and want to actually get on his program? I'm going to need black women to wake up.
All of these sisters cooked. They cooked y'all. I didn't hear not one lie. And again, like the first sister said, she was like, how are y'all out here complaining about black men being in quarter zips, talking about, oh, that's anti-black and that's upholding this and upholding that, when there are things being done that are tragically far worse, okay, way more destructive, that y'all don't complain about, that y'all don't call out. But because black men want to put on a sweater or a quarter zipper, it's like, oh, this is crazy. You hate yourself. And again, like that woman, could somebody not say that you hate yourself? You, for crying out loud, couldn't even wear your own damn hair color and texture. But you want to say that black men don't like themselves because they put on a sweater instead of a t-shirt? Y'all getting on my nerves. Like I said, it is way worse things being done within our community that we should be highlighting, but y'all are not. And this is why black men done with y'all. And the second woman, she brought up a very valid point. She said, y'all keep on romanticizing the very things that y'all have a problem with. You swear up and down, oh, I don't want no dude who in the streets. I don't want no guy who is going to be out here doing this and committing that crime and not being there for me and my children. And you glorify it? Y'all love hood dudes. And let's be very, very clear, you all. When it comes to that hood urban aesthetic, quote unquote, they would associate that with that guy being more black, being more down. He's not a cornball. He's not lame. He's not square. He's in tune. He's street smart. And lo and behold, that guy could be very, very soft in comparison to a guy that does have a quarter zip on. You know, like, what the hell? Like, but this is what we do. And then we complain about. And all the time, like this last woman said here, we are always finding some way to disrespect black men. We always do. We have to nitpick everything, pick everything apart. Oh, you didn't do this right. Oh, you didn't do that right. Oh, you're dumb. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. And as we look around and we really observe what's going on, black men are doing a lot better than even the black women. And that's not even me trying to make anything a competition, but let's be honest, that's what a lot of black women are out here doing. Y'all are creating competition amongst black people. And y'all are complaining about black men not marrying and settling down with black women and starting families and creating broken homes. That's not even happening in abundance anymore as far as the broken home piece, because black men are not even touching y'all. They're like, oh no, I won't have sex. I won't settle down. I won't go out. I'll stay to myself because no matter what I do, it's going to be an issue. Y'all, I had to come on here briefly and talk about this because this blew my mind. I could not believe that there was black women out here like, oh, this is just trash. This is so anti-black and this, that, and the third. But y'all can listen to a sprinkle talk about, rich men or men who have money, they don't like women with big bushy hair. And that's not anti-black. Y'all be blowing me. Okay, y'all really do. Y'all will sit up and allow women like Shira 7 to tell you not to wear your natural hair, not to talk in your natural urban dialect. Yeah, and that's cool. But black men, because y'all wanted to swap out your hoodies for zip ups, oh, you're trash. How dare you put on a suit and tie? Put on those basketball shorts and run, boy. This is what we do. Anyway, I've said enough. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Do y'all feel like the quarter zip challenge is anti-black? Do you feel like they are just picking at black men every chance they get? Are you a black man that, wears the quarter zip aesthetic? Are you a guy who wears the hoodies and Jordans and Nikes? Right? How is your mentality? How is your personality? I want to hear from all of y'all because this right here is just tragic and sad. And my mind is blown that we are just making everything a damn problem. I want to end it off on this and say, whether you dress in urban attire or more preppy attire, that does not matter. Okay. What matters is your character, your mentality, your lifestyle, and you being a human being that is decent, that is respectable and respectful. And that right there is what makes or breaks you as a human being, not because you dress like this or you talk like this or you're from this neighborhood or you have this aesthetic. Like, please. Okay. But Salute to y'all. Love y'all. I'm gonna check out in the next dope discussion. I had to come on and talk about this because so many people was blowing me up to talk about it. And once again, this is why a lot of Black men are not dating, and more particularly, they're not dating or dealing with Black women, because this is what we do. We scrutinize y'all at every turn. Okay, but see y'all later. Like the video. We out. Peace.